To be competitive is to uplift people, to get people to where, as a whole, we need to be, people need to be. Because if we're being competitive just to gloat and to glorify and to win, to glorify and become insultive by having the competition just to win, just to insult someone, right? It does nothing for the act of competition, for the act of competitiveness, right? And that's when you're being a disuse, and when you are misusing the act of competition. And to use it properly, it comes with humility. It comes with kindness. And it comes with true leadership. I use that true in front of the leadership, because everybody calls themselves a leader, a king, a queen, a god, but no one wants to do what it actually takes. All the nuances that go along with being a true leader. People just want the name tag. People just want the title. But they don't want what comes with it, the responsibility and the accountability, right? And that's to train people to be even greater, so that when competition is used, you're creating the species of humankind, or human beings, to be even greater every generation. Okay? Get it? Got it? Capiche? That's what's going on. This is your brother, your guy's guy, your main man, Shacko, back with another episode of Supermen Talk. And I'm taking another ride on this beautiful, 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 beautiful day. Now I know you can tell it's beautiful because it's just reflecting off my bronze, my radiant brown bronze, my radiant copper complexion. Ya dig? Today, people, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the word competition. Yup, competition. And like with everything, like the scripture says, there's a time and place for everything. Believe it or not. Because you got to have the yin and the yang. You got to have, if you have darkness, you got to have light. If you have light, you got to have darkness. See, this is how perfection is formed. Huh? What they say, diamonds are found in special places. You know, they don't start off as diamonds, right? But the scriptures utilize talks about the terminology of gold and silver. When you find it, oh, it's dirty, it's maybe it got some tarnish on it, some deposits from being in dirt and ash or volcano or whatever, right? In water, whatever have you. But when you refine it, when you test the limits, when you train its capabilities, right? As the gold and silver, right? It can be something very, 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 very valuable and very beautiful, right? So like all things, there is a place for it. There's a time that it is needed. that it can be used. Just like competition. Competition is not a bad thing. Just like a sword, a knife, firearm. Just like training your body to be a weapon, your limbs, right? To be a weapon. Your limbs are not a bad thing. No, they are a good thing. Just like knives and swords and firearms and such. And anything that can bring forth anything that you can utilize to create or to protect. So competition is not a bad thing. It's just when it's utilized by the person that is operating that equipment. Just like the vessel itself is not a bad thing. This is a vessel, right? Your face, your hand, your fingers, your body parts. Just a vessel. Yeah, it can be beautiful. Yeah, it can be ugly. But just because someone is doing a bad thing with their vessel doesn't mean the vessel is bad. It just means, which is the spirit, is bad, is corrupted. The spirit is operating the vessel, right? So just like the operator that operates the sword, the knife, the firearm, the missiles, the shields, what they're using it for, when they're using it, why they're using it. All are the important details if it is being used in a way that's going to take away from building, from developing, from creating life, from protecting life, right? Competition can help build life. As well, it can take away from the building of a character, of a person. It can take away from the uplifting the spirit of someone. So the message today is a short message. Be careful how you utilize competition. Be careful how you compete, when you compete, and what you compete for, right? Because anything can be used. Your brain is a good thing to have, to think, to discern, to do a lot of things. Yeah. But if you corrupt it, just like a computer, if you corrupt it, a computer is not bad. It can be used for bad things if you corrupt it. Again, so with competition, it is not bad. It can be used for good. Think of it this way. A sensei is training his pupil, right? If you think back to Kung Fu movies, Shaolin movies, when they were really hot in the 70s and 80s, you always known the sensei to teach the pupil through training and competition. The training is so the pupil know where he stands, right? And so that the pupil know where he stands, what level he is on. That is important. And the training is only effective once you test it, right? The washing of gold and silver, of different elements of the earth, the diamonds, right? It has to be clean. It has to be trained. The pupil has to be trained, has to be cleaned up. You know, remember that saying? We have to clean you up. We have to get you into shape, a fighter, right? You can see that the diamond's there, but you have to shape them up. The person can have the right size. They can be bulky, but they need to be toned up. That means to get them in shape, to wash them up, to clean them up, to prep them, to train them, right? And then in order to test it, you have to allow it to compete. You have to allow the pupil to compete.
Mr. Park, you are very skillful. Thank you very much. Will you consider an old man like me as an opponent? Let me try you.
And this is where the pupil will be able to see what he needs to work on, what he needs to train harder for. And so when the next competition comes up, he'll be ready. He needs to get to a point where he's ready in all aspects.
Right. Now I'll teach you properly. Your style must combine toughness and gentleness. It must have the power to stop the waves, stop anything. Yes, it's outwardly placid, but inwardly decisive. It's as fierce as an explosion. Roll, and make it hard, but make sure that it's well controlled. Once again. Just remember what I've taught you. Fire melts gold. Use counter technique. Right, teacher. One crosses line.
And you're never going to be at a level of perfection, because life brings on perfection as you continue to live it, right? Every day you're perfecting something that you already have learned, or something that you are learning, or something that you, as we say, we've mastered. But true mastery is the continuation of learning. True mastery is the continuation of learning. The continuation of wisdom, of knowledge, and understanding of that wisdom and knowledge. So competition could be a good thing. My God, I ran into some traffic. Oh, got off earlier. But hey, this gives me a little bit more time to run it to you guys, you know? So when competition is manipulated, right? When it is weaponized to bring dissension, I said that right, I think. When it is weaponized to bring dissension between people, when it is weaponized to bring anger and resentment, it's never good, right? So my thing is, don't become weaponized. Don't become weaponized from the misuse of competition. Don't become an evildoer from the misuse of competing. All things have a purpose. All things have a purpose, guys. So utilize the tools properly. Whew. I was able to get over. So utilize the tools properly, so they will work to bring forth righteousness, life, goodness, and to raise up the spirit of people. Because there lies true power. When you utilize tools such as competition to raise the spirit, to advance the next man or the next woman to higher levels of greatness, of integrity, of righteousness, and most of all, of godliness and obedience and the discipline of the Most High God. Now, competition should be this. Just remember, don't misuse being competitive, but use it as a sensei will use it to train his pupil to be even greater than he. So his pupil can train his pupil when he become a master to be greater than he. And that's how you pay it forward. That's how you create great people. That's how you grow the generations to being greater and greater than each generation as every generation comes about. You guys have a beautiful day. Enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to be thankful for the beauty that God put here on earth for you to enjoy. All right, it's nothing wrong with competition. It's all on how you utilize the instrument of competition, the instrument of competitiveness to compete. How do you use it? What are you using it for? Is it to uplift people? Check me out. I'm going to close it out with this. There's some men that are totally confident in themselves and don't need to compete. Don't have a need to always want to compete. Put it like that. They don't mind competition, but to have that lust to compete, to always to have a want to outdo someone or to beat someone, they don't need that. So what I'm telling you is that if you got such a lust to compete, to have competition, to beat someone, utilize that moment as a teaching lesson. A teaching lesson to raise that person up to the level of a winner as well, right? So that not only you are winning, but that person is winning right with you by learning how to win, by taking a look at how they lost, having the humility that you are showing him or her and how to be a great winner, not just a winner, not just a above average winner, but a great winner. See, to be a great winner, you have to have great humility. You got to have great integrity. You got to have great love for your kinsman. You know what I'm saying? To your competitor. I'm not talking about if this is something for life or death and somebody's trying to do you harm. We're not going to be stupid here because maybe you don't want to hear the truth. Maybe you don't want to hear how to make other people great. Again, because you may like to be idol worshipped, right? And some of you are on that. That's why a lot of you professional players can't leave the sport. Not all, but a lot of you professional players can't leave the sport at your hiatus of your fame and popularity. You have already gotten 30, 40, 50, 100 million, 200 million or whatever. You can't leave it at the hiatus of your fame because to be glorified, who would do that? Well, a smart man would. Because you would then understand to be glorified comes with a lot of other problems, right? Just like a smart man would understand to have a whole lot of women will come with a lot of problems. Yeah, you may say, oh, I get a lot of pussy. If one is on administrator, one is in a bad mood, I got 25 more. Well, however, doesn't matter. The point is that you will understand with more money, more women, more fame, more popularity come with more people in your business, more haters, more enviousness, more jealousy. A smart man will understand he will only take what he need. Maybe just more than just to survive, but to live comfortably. And that's why a lot of you men and women can't leave the camera lens. You can't leave being outside of the eyes of those who are your fans. Not have become anymore getting out of the ghetto. It's not anymore about getting off the street and not selling drugs and getting from around murderous neighborhoods or having roach and rat infested houses and being able to have a better lifestyle, a better way of living, a better appreciation for life, to experience. It's not about that anymore. It's about being able to glorify. So instead of all that, and I'm going to make this short and end it, use your winning moments, right, to uplift others, not to tell them how to get the bag. To get money is easy. All you have to do is like what you're doing, right? And being able to teach someone else how to do it. But to utilize, you could teach somebody how to shoot a gun. You could teach somebody, certain moves on how to stop a person from doing harm to you. But in the intentions of protecting yourself and your family and loved ones and good people, right? You don't have to teach them to hurt and to murder, to kill, to harm, to maim, just to do it, just because you know how to do it. All things have their own time and place. So take the moments of winning. Take these moments of competition that y'all love so much when y'all go to these football games, hockey games, basketball games, baseball games, whatever type of games, a marching band competing. Take these moments to teach one another on how to be great winners like yourself. If you're a great winner, then you will have humility to do this. You will have the patience. You will have the time. You will have the spirit to know that this is something that should be done to make the human race a better species for one another and for this planet that we call Earth. I'm over, I'm done, and I'm out. Peace.